Welcome to this explainer. We're jumping right into a beginner-level feature that is honestly an absolute game changer for handling dense documents. We're talking about file uploads in Claude. We'll look at how you can analyze PDFs, images, CSVs, you name it, literally in seconds. So picture this totally common scenario. You've just received 3 different vendor proposals as PDFs, right? And each one is 15 pages of incredibly dense, dry contract language. The pricing structures are all over the place, the delivery timelines are buried deep in totally different sections, and your boss needs a clean comparison table by the end of the day. Normally, what's the move? Well, most of us would crack open all 3 documents, fire up a blank spreadsheet, and spend 2 agonizing hours manually reading and pulling numbers into columns. But let's look at a much, much faster way to handle this. This faster solution takes exactly 3 steps. First step, you just click the little paperclip icon right there in your chat window. Next, you select all 3 of those vendor PDFs at the exact same time. And finally, you type out your prompt. You basically just tell Claude to compare specific dimensions, things like base price, timeline, support hours, and explicitly ask for the output as a markdown table. And here's the magic. In under a single minute, Claude reads all 3 of those 15-page documents and spits back a highly precise, perfectly structured output. Boom. 2 hours of manual cross-referencing just became one simple prompt. It even catches those easily missed details that love to hide deep in the contract language. For example, it flags that vendor B doesn't have a setup fee, but wait, they have a 12-week delivery timeline. Or it notices vendor C offers slightly better uptime, but at a premium base price. Now, as you start bringing your own documents into the mix, the absolute key stat you need to keep in your head is 30 megabytes. That's the maximum limit per file on claude.ai. And hey, while that might not sound like, a massive enterprise database, 30 megabytes easily covers the vast majority of real-world, text-heavy, dense documents you'll actually ever need to analyze in your daily workflows. The best part? This incredibly powerful feature isn't gatekept behind expensive corporate accounts. Nope, it works across every single Claude plan, from free all the way up to enterprise. It supports a massive variety of formats too: PDFs, images, spreadsheets, and even code files. And get this, Claude can actually read, reason about, and summarize the visual elements embedded directly inside those PDFs, not just the plain text. How cool is that? Okay, quick word of warning here, because you definitely want to avoid the most common beginner mistake: mixing up the 2 different types of uploads. So you'll want to use chat uploads, that's using the paperclip icon, for quick one-off analysis. Because when that specific conversation ends, the file is forgotten. But for recurring stuff, like maybe your team's style guides or massive product specs, you'll want to use project uploads. Those files actually persist, meaning your entire team can query them over and over again across different conversations without having to constantly re-upload them. Listen, if you take only one single thing away from this explainer, let it be this key takeaway. The file upload workflow really only has one job, and that job is to completely eliminate the manual step of reading and reformatting documents yourself. Seriously, we need to stop copying and pasting massive walls of text. Just attach the file, describe exactly what you need, and let Claude do all the heavy lifting of extraction and summarization for you. If you want the full chapter on this, including 3 detailed real-world examples and a much deeper dive into some common pitfalls, you can check out the Claude Master ebook over at claudemaster.net. But right before you go, I want to leave you with a quick question to get those gears turning. Think about your day-to-day. What tedious reading task or manual copying workflow are you suffering through right now that a simple file upload could just eliminate entirely? Go ahead, try it out, and see just how much of your day you get back. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.